So earlier today I made a video discussing how the trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth may be a lot closer than we actually think. And this is because Empire magazine have confirmed that they're going to be releasing a first look at Jurassic World Rebirth in their latest issue, which I think is coming on November 21st. And within that video we discussed that we will be getting new images next week in that article. However, what I was not expecting is a new image today. So I guess you're kind of getting a double upload for you guys today. Just randomly whilst I was chilling, we managed to get a tweet from Empire magazine, and of course we get a brand new image, but not only that, we get an interesting article to kind of get a better understanding of what to expect for Jurassic World Rebirth. So that's what we're going to be discussing here today, so why not leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here as we aim for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it's time to get into this brand new image for Jurassic World Rebirth. So firstly, we're going to discuss this new image with Scarlett Johansen right here, Zora Bennet, as we know her in Jurassic World Rebirth, because I'm pretty sure you guys are here more for the photo rather than the article itself. But here we have Zora Bennet, one of the new characters to the Jurassic World franchise, and she is portrayed by Scarlett Johansen. She is basically a military personnel, and in this article we'll talk about later, we get to know a little bit more about her. But here we have her in the long grass. Now this scene seems to be taking place very soon after the previous scene that we got, which we saw Scarlett Johansson, Zora Bennet, and also Jonathan Bailey's Dr. Henry Loomis in the long grass, clearly tracking something and probably looking up to a large dinosaur. But here we have somewhat confirmation that yes, it will be a large dinosaur. We can see that Zora is tracking something in the long grass, and the scenery just looks very Isla Nublar, Isla Sorna mix. It looks so good, and as we know, I think it's an island off the coast of Suriname that we're going to. Either way, it looks fantastic. It's not Isla Nublar, it is not Isla Sorna, but it does look great nonetheless. Now she is carrying this large, I don't even know what to call it. It's clearly not a lethal, as we know Universal does not like lethals in Jurassic World. But it's clearly not a lethal of some kind, and it does have a dart right on the end of it. Now as we know from the plot point that we got for Jurassic World Rebirth, they're hunting down the world's largest, most colossal dinosaurs to extract their DNA for some kind of medical purpose. Maybe there's a disease going around the neighborhood, the population of humans, and it's clear in this image they're doing exactly that, because right here we clearly see there's a dart with an empty tube. So I presume this is going to be shot into the dinosaur, and then the DNA is going to be extracted from the dinosaur, and then, I don't know, maybe they have to retrieve it somehow. Either way, she's tracking something large by the angle of her head, the way she's looking up, and the sheer size of that needle. It's huge. But yeah, this setting, this scene just looks so Jurassic, and it's really nice to see. Now this isn't the only image we will get, this is just the teaser, so once Empire magazine's newest issue does release, don't worry, there will hopefully, fingers crossed, be more images in there. This is just a teaser of what to get, so stay tuned for the 21st because we should have some more photos coming soon. But this is when we then move on to the article where it says, Jurassic World Rebirth goes back to what I loved about the original, says Director Gareth Edwards. So I think it's about time that we go ahead and get into this article. The Jurassic franchise has been through all kinds of evolutions already. There was a Spielberg's classic original park, which led to The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, and then in 2015 begun the Jurassic World trilogy, giving us a fully fledged dinosaur theme park before letting the prehistoric beasts loose onto the world. Now, Jurassic is about to be reborn. Quite literally, with Jurassic World Rebirth ready to bare its teeth. It goes back to what I loved about the original, Edwards tells Empire, with an embarrassment of riches of different set-piece type scenarios and tense, fun action moments. There are a lot of opportunities as a filmmaker to have a lot of fun and try to play games with the audience. Set 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, it continues the dinosaurs in the wild premise established across the trilogy, while beginning a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic. Now that right there is very interesting. As we know, the name itself, Rebirth, means that they're going to start with something new. Interesting, they still keep saying set 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion. Now that logically says 2027, 2022 plus 5 years, 2027. But according to Jurassic World Chaos Theory, which is canonical to the franchise, Jurassic World Dominion takes place sometime mid-November, which is obviously retconned from August. So if it was to be a strict direct 5 years after and still in 2027, that means Jurassic World Rebirth takes place in the later half of November 2022, or possibly even just December of 2022. But given the type of movie that we're going to get, I just don't see that happening. I think 2028 is the more logical year to assume, which again sounds like 6 years, but when you look at it from the timeline order, it is 5 years. But either way, they say here a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic, but what you might have missed is that it says beginning. Now, I'm not going to get too much into it. We kind of know that there is going to be another movie in 2028, our 2028, not their universe, but just right there saying beginning a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic, to me it sounds like another movie is on the way after Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm not going to get into it too much, but it just awfully sounds like it. While it will be packed with prehistoric beasts, there are certain dinosaurs it would be a crime against cinema not to include, says Edwards. The new human lead is Scarlett Johansen, whose operative, Zora Bennet, is leading an epic dino DNA hunt. She's looking for meaning in her life after leaving the military, Edward teases of her role. And this opportunity comes along where, after it, basically she'd never have to work again. But through that journey, she starts to question the ethical rights and wrongs of what they're doing. You're saying she was so preoccupied with whether or not she could, she didn't stop to think if she should. Buckle up for some classic Jurassic. Well, there you go, we have a little bit more information there. The first quote from Gareth Edwards says that there are certain dinosaurs it would be a crime against cinema not to include. Now, as we know, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor. Two dinosaurs iconic to the franchise. Two dinosaurs that even if you don't know much about dinosaurs, you've heard of them before. Whilst Parasaurolophus is confirmed for Jurassic World Rebirth and it's appeared in all 6 movies, plus both animated series, and even at the credits of Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock, that is a very important dinosaur to the franchise, but people outside of the franchise don't really know about this dinosaur as much as Velociraptor and Tyrannosaurus Rex. So to me, with that quote right there from Edwards himself, I believe this to be somewhat of confirmation that the Tyrannosaurus and the Velociraptor will be appearing in Jurassic World Rebirth. But then he goes on to talk about Scarlett Johansen's character. She's looking for meaning in her life after leaving the military. Now, I don't know about you, but this somewhat sounds very similar to Kayla Watts from Jurassic World Dominion. She essentially left the military and she looked for meaning, she found big bucks in dinosaur transportation across the globe, and this is kind of the same story, the same type of character in my opinion. Especially when he says that this opportunity comes along where after it, basically she'd never have to work again, meaning that she's going to be paid a boatload of money. So, I don't know about you guys, it just sounds very, very similar to Kayla Watts' character. Either way, she does sound cool. But that's practically all we got, and the article ends up saying buckle up for some classic Jurassic. And I actually believe that. From the photos that we got with Scarlett Johansen's character, even Mahershala Ali's character, they just look so, you know, cliche, but in a good way. This is what Jurassic's about. You know, I love Jurassic World Dominion, don't get me wrong. It's very Jurassic, but different type of Jurassic than to what Rebirth is going to be like. Jurassic World Dominion was probably one of the most Jurassic movies for one meaning, but Jurassic has another meaning, and that's reverting back to Jurassic Park. And obviously, Gareth Edwards loves it, David Koepp wrote it, Steven Spielberg's even involved in this movie as well, so I'm very, very certain that, judging by the images alone, this is going to be probably the most classic Jurassic movie that we've gotten since the first one. Not The Lost World, not Jurassic Park 3, not even Jurassic World, but Jurassic World Rebirth hopefully goes back to its roots. I know a lot of people are going to be very, very happy about that one. But yeah, it just looks so good from everything that we know so far about Jurassic World Rebirth, and next week we'll have an official Empire magazine releasing that will hopefully have loads of images. I'm at least hoping 3 images, but that also somewhat means maybe a trailer is on the way either next week or by the end of the month. If you want to check out that video, I highly recommend, because we cover everything you need to know about the next trailer that will be happening for Jurassic World Rebirth, should it release very soon after this magazine drops. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed today's video, it would really mean a lot if you do leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know your thoughts about Jurassic World Rebirth so far in the comments below, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.